just got off work, so that's why I'm wearing this kind of blue shirt, kind of button up, very hot because it's like 91 degrees outside. But anyway, today, I say today, I might as well just say this episode, kind of want to discuss ThunderCats. Wow. I'm just gonna come out and say it looks stupid. I didn't grow up on the original because I was born in '89, but I did watch them. I kind of grew up on those, kind of like the original TMNT came out in the late '80s, but I still watched them because they ran those shows still when I was young. And so I actually grew up on those shows, that and old Ghostbusters, stuff like that. And it just looks dumb. The new show looks dumb. They did a reboot, I believe, in 2011, and it was actually good. Now, when I was watching it, I grew up on it. It started off slow, that was back in the undergrad years, but it started off slow, and I thought it was okay. It was like, man, this is much different than what I grew up with, because everybody's like that. If a show's different, you're like, man, this is a little different than what you grew up with. And so, I was watching it, and as time went on, the show got really good. And by the end, it was just amazing. There was a few elements people didn't like. Some fans were upset that some character turned evil and stuff like this. But all in all, it was a good show. It was well written. The pacing picked up towards the end. It was really good. And it kind of ended on the cliffhanger. Not gonna say kinda. It ended on the cliffhanger, like many cartoons do sometimes. And I was disappointed by that. The main reason for it failing was a toy line. And that's one thing I hated about certain companies that choose what shows they want to keep. Because some shows should just end. Some shows should not run forever. Like, say, Reboot, the original Reboot, it ended on a big cliffhanger. The new show has nothing to do with the old one 100%, But it ended on the cliffhanger. And like stuff like that could be brought back. They end it in like in a movie, or end it in like a big one last season, 12 episodes. Finish it. I hate shows that stretch shows too long and they keep going. Like Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold was a perfect example of how to end the series, because at the end, we get the tease of, oh, your parents may still be alive, and everything, and it just ended for us for about 10, 11 years. And we're like, well, what happened? Are we going to find out? And eventually, hey, boom, movie. Ended it. I think it ended perfectly. He got his parents. Whoa, man. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to apologize for that. Slap me if you want to, but it ended perfectly, I felt. If you haven't seen the movie by now, it's on YouTube. You can Google the ending. It's for me personally, after a week of something being out, I'm like, hey, spoilers are fair game. Me myself, after one day, I'm like, okay, I'm okay being spoiled, but in my head, I'm like, if it's been a week, okay, it's time for spoilers. But that's been out for a while now. But it ended great. ThunderCats should have been brought back in the reboot form. Ended, What else came out that did that? I believe, He-Man came back. It had a reboot and it came back. And honestly, I believe it finished. I had to catch the ending on YouTube because either I missed it or Cartoon Network did not promote that second season finale. Like, they must have pushed that into like the 5 a.m. morning time slot or something. Because I did not. I watched that show when it came on and I did not see those episodes. But so I missed those. But this new ThunderCats show just looks stupid, and they're picking off of what Teen Titans Go has done. Now, Teen Titans Go is a show that's it's stupid, just to kind of say it's stupid, but it has its moments at times. Like The Night Begins to Shine. That was a great episode because it was a callback to the 80s art style. That was just perfect. The first The Night Begins to Shine episode was great. The special was pretty good. It kind of had its moments where it was kind of stupid because it kind of mixed in the humor of Teen Titans Go with the pigeon and Beast Boy going around acting stupid. But by the end, it was really sweet, with all the fights and stuff. And Teen Titans Go is a series that plays to a lot of strange demographics, because at one hand, they're playing towards kids. They know what kids like. but at the same time, they throw enough hidden jokes in for adults to kind of keep them watching. The main example is Raven. You know, basically, like the whole ordeal of her legs. I mean, that was, you know, when Beast Boy was howling at the end for seeing her legs, you know, it's sex appeal. That's pretty much what that whole thing accounted for, was just sex appeal towards her legs. You know, it's like she has some fine legs, and that's what that whole episode was about. It's like, man, those legs. You know, the whole song, look at those legs, they're amazing. You know, so, but Teen Titans Go is mostly geared towards kids. You know, they'll never know. Well, they'll know 2 episodes of the Teen Titans original series because Cartoon Network runs those episodes like every month. You know, the Slade episodes where they're fighting Slade. And I guess that's to get them ready for the movie. But besides that, most kids won't know the old series, which is pretty good. The art style at times was stupid. You know, to me, if somebody liked it, that's good. To me, the art style was that stupid format that they use a lot in cartoons in the mid 2000s to late 2000s of what I call fake anime. And anime, to some uber fans may be like, well, anime is just animation in Japan. It's a cartoon still. But you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It's when they try to copy Japanese styles, like their heads will get big, or their expressions will change suddenly, or they'll over exaggerate a joke or something, like they'll just grow. And you know, I think Teen Titans Go to Japan was the worst example of them trying to mix in the Japanese humor. That ugly Godzilla knockoff was just the stupidest looking monster I've ever seen in my life, I think. Godzilla from the original live action movie in the US was close, but that was just stupid. You know, and they had Beast Boy and being chased by a cat girl, you know. And like I said, it was all right, but the art style back then was just really, really, you know, a lot of shows did that though. You had Totally Spies. You had Code Lyoko. I like Code Lyoko though. The art style took a while to get used to, but Code Lyoko was actually pretty good. How many times, you know, but that show also had its faults, you know, especially with the whole. How many times did they die in that show? I mean, the avatars. My God. And there are sometimes. It's like it was a stupid example of trusting somebody too many times and getting burned. Because I forget the guy's name, but he had the Claymore sword. And it's like every time the poor boy wanted to join the group, it's like, guys, let me join. I'm good again. And it's like, we don't trust you, but okay, we'll give you more chance. He gets possessed again and attacks them. And they kick him out. He comes back again. Guys, I want to join. I'm good again. We trust you twice, you know. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know. They bring him back in. What happens? He gets possessed again. I'm like, my God, the poor boy, you know. But like I said, this new ThunderCats just looks stupid, because ThunderCats has always been a serious show, you know, and I can see they're trying to market towards kids. But as somebody pointed out in another YouTube video I watched, I forget the name because I was at work and I couldn't really look at the name. I had it on autoplay. He mentioned how why Cartoon Network should even reboot this series, because most kids, who are they aiming it towards? Because most kids don't know the ThunderCats. Like, what reason would you have to promote ThunderCats? Like, no kid knows what that is. You could have made a new show, but instead you're taking a show that only somebody my age or other fans would know. And so you're trying to get us to get our kids to say, hey, I don't have kids, by the way. I'm just saying, poor little suckers, I don't have any. But it's like, yeah, we want our kids to watch this show, but I don't see why, because it's like, what did you grow up with, daddy or mommy or whatever? And it's like, certain like this, son, this is crap. You know, we grew up on an action-oriented, big muscular dudes, you know, toned females kicking butt, you know, seriously. But now we get these goofy knockoffs that look like they're gonna have a comedy hour. You know, basically it's gonna be Teen Titans Go. It's gonna be stupid plots. It's gonna be the villain trying to steal ice cream cakes or something, more than likely. And it's gonna be ThunderCats foiling his plans, you know, for ice cream sundae global disaster. You know, so we'll see. But we gotta wait till it comes out. But from the promotional art I've seen, from just the intro, it looks so stupid. The intro comes at you fast, though. I'll give it that. The only positive thing I can say is the intro actually sounds, the music actually sounds kind of neat. until you get to the ThunderCat roar at the end. But like I said, it's meant for kids. That's one thing it's hard for older fans to get. You know, it's upsetting, I know, but at the same time, you have to say these shows aren't meant for us. These shows are meant for little kids now. It's like we're older now. It's hard to let go, but sometimes it's hard to see shows tarnished. In my opinion, I'd love to see movies do something else. TV shows, make your own ideas. Don't take off a franchise that has stuff built and mess it up. Good example, Star Wars. Star Wars, I believe, ended great. And people hate George Lucas, but if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the series as it is today, more than likely. But anyway, The Last Jedi. The Force Awakens was okay. You know, I went into it hoping that Finn and I actually wish Finn and Rey were both Jedi. And I really went into the movie thinking, okay, this is cool. We got an awesome, cool black dude who, I don't care about the whole race thing. It's me for cosplay purposes. Who's actually a cool Jedi. And so I got the costume together, I got the lightsaber, I'm like, man, this is gonna be awesome. You know, we got a young Jedi, he's gonna have this cool girl with him, they're gonna team up. You know, in my head, I had the weird idea they were brother and sister because, you know, that's possible. You can adopt kids or have mixed babies, you know, but no, Finn was not a Jedi. Finn was basically, in my opinion, Jar Jar Binks. You know, not to that extreme, I'm sorry. I actually, Finn, because I still do his outfit at conventions sometimes, he reminded me of nothing but a joke character. You know, he did stupid stuff and he didn't really do anything. You know, I did like his, because people are like, Kylo Ren and Rey are this epic couple. Like, F that. No, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, F that. It's a stupid couple. The best couple was Finn and Rey, I believe. You know, I think that was a good couple, you know, because Finn literally went to a planet, you know, a Death Star destroyer. He didn't know how to get into the planet. He just wanted to get there to save Rey. That was his whole drive. Like, wait, you brought us here and you don't know how to get in? We'll use the Force. That's not how that works. But he snuck to that planet just to save her, basically, you know. And the moment they found each other and he hugged her, that was, some people say, well, that's just how friends hug. I've never been hugged by any of my female friends like that, ever. To have that look in their eyes when they hug, that was a look of, you know, that was not just a regular hug. No. Any of your female friends, any friends, girl, if you're a girl or a guy, because girls do watch my channel too, none of your friends hug you like that, where they close their eyes and they just look like they found that person that they were meant to be with. Finn found that, you know, but then they destroyed that in The Last Jedi. My God, that movie was a mess. It was okay. As a Star Wars fan, I mean, I'll go see any movie, I guess, just to go see it. But it was a mess. They stuck in Rose for no reason. You know, Rose was the dumbest character I've ever seen. Basically, she's a PETA person, you know, because it's like, save the animals. What about the kids? You have kids being beat by an abusive caretaker, and instead you save a bunch of dogs. Horse dogs, as I call them horse dogs. You save them and let the kids back there with that man. Why? You know, and don't get me wrong, Rose's actual actor is beautiful. I wish I had a girlfriend that beautiful. You know, not saying that I don't have a girlfriend, so I'm not being like, there's somebody behind this screen that's gonna come out and slap me saying, how dare you? You know, I've been single for like 12 years. But I'm just saying, she's great looking, she's beautiful, but her character, it's not her fault, was just written stupid. She was written in there for no reason. And then, you know, it's like, at least Finn and Rey, you know, weren't basically saying, let's make out right now, but you could tell he was interested in her, and it was gradually building. Rose just came out the blue and said, I've known you for like, what, 6 hours, and I'm effing in love with you, dude. Let me kiss you right here in the battlefield with 4 freaking AT walkers sitting back there watching it happen. That was the stupidest. My friend Rinku can vouch for me. They were sitting beside me, and some random guy who's probably scared to death of me twitched in my seat when she kissed him. Because for one, it was uncalled for and just out the blue. 2, Those AT walkers were just sitting there watching it happen as they shot the door. It's like, you could have killed him right then. You could have killed Finn and Rey and ended their whole storyline right there. But no, the guys are probably in the mech like, dude, he just got kissed. Oh, I feel bad for him. And the other guy's probably like, did we shoot him? Oh no, dude, he's in pain enough as it is. You know, it was just stupid. You know, stupid in the Junkrat trying to fight a diva, you know, about to use her aunt. But, you know, it was dumb. But that's my main point about the whole ThunderCats thing. I'm going to give it a shot. I'll watch the first 3 episodes. They're probably going to do a marathon where they probably air probably the first 2 or first 3 episodes, you know. And I'll watch them and give a good, you know, I'll see. I'll give it a chance. I gave Teen Titans Go a chance. It burnt me very bad until it got to The Night Begins to Shine. And I have to admit, Raven's Legs episode was stupid. But I do like Mega Lady Legacy. She was pretty badass. That was pretty sweet, you know. But I'll give it a chance just to see how it goes. But I promise you, it's gonna be stupid. I really do think it's gonna be stupid, you know. But what can you do? We just gotta take it now because our toys didn't sell, you know. So we gotta make a reboot where cartoon characters look dumb and the art style looks pathetic, and hopefully get the sales. Hopefully they get the sales they want, and this is the format we're going to get from now on. This is what cartoons are going to become. You know, we're going to have Teen Titans Go. We're going to have Uncle Grandpa, and we're going to have ThunderCats Roar. These are the new formats of cartoons in the future. So get ready, kids. Button your seat belts, or belts, not seat belts. Your regular belts. Grab onto your pants and hang on, because we're going for a long ride. You know, that's pretty much it. But the whole point of this, again, is basically these shows are meant for kids now, and that's what kids want. If kids like that, that's fine. Star Wars the same way. They pretty much dumbed down the plot and made it stupider. But if kids like it, they will milk the heck out of that, you know. Because growing up, that was one thing I liked about cartoons and Star Wars, you know. And on that note, when I say that, some cartoons I don't want them rebooted. I just want to see them ended. Like, one big thing I'm pushing for lately is to see the ending of Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go, which the voice actor of Luke Skywalker was actually in. Mark was actually in that show as Skeleton King. That show had one of the greatest cliffhangers ever, you know. Just wow. You know, you basically have the villain coming back from the dead, attacking the city, and every hero from the series you've met comes back to help fight him. I want to see an ending in that really bad. But you know, the thing when I was growing up is cartoons, when they ended, you didn't have to worry about them being rebooted like they are now. Like Star Wars, the reason I like the old Star Wars, and some people say was because it was sexist and stuff, which is just completely stupid. I don't know where you pull that, what bunghole you pull that out of. But one reason I like the original Star Wars is because we didn't have a movie every year. You know, we had comics and stuff, but they took like 3 to 4 year breaks in between each movie. And after that, after the third movie, you know, we had a break. You know, it was nice, and you grew a fan base from that. You had a niche fan base of Star Wars, super Star Wars fans who loved the series. And we didn't have a movie for a long time, you know, and it's like you still had all these fans that love the series based on this, just that alone. But nowadays, of course, Disney loves to milk anything they can. They will take a cow out back, they will get some iron gloves, and they will squeeze that milk out. They will squeeze that milk so tight from that cow until that cow is screaming. And even as it screams, they'll keep squeezing it to get more milk out of it. You know, even when it's dead, they'll squeeze it one more time to get more. But now Star Wars, we're getting a movie every year that I know of until 2022 that I know. Because we got Solo this year, we got episode 9 next year. Wait, 8 next year. No, 9 next year. You know, they have another trilogy planned right after this. They got a Boba Fett movie that I heard they're working on. It's like they have a movie planned from every year. It's kind of like Marvel. You know, we got a movie every year, and it seems like it's just, you know, oversaturated almost. But that's a discussion for another day. I just want to post that funny video to the ThunderCats thing since it came out. I done it, so. But that's pretty much it, guys, right now. I got another video I gotta do. So I shall see you guys later, because it's very hot in this shirt. I want to get this done with. Okay? Look at that honey. Okay. Bye-bye.